What up, YouTube? You're in the den with Aaron EBM. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while and you like this content, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me to continue making this wonderful content. Now, if you've been rocking with me for a little while, you already know my content is usually based around salacious and hellacious content that a lot of our men and women do in society in America. You know, and I like to expose that, and I like to expound on the things that kind of behavior and the negative behavior does to our community. And I want to reel it back in a little bit and talk about a topic that is just as important, if not more important, than what the hyenas do in our community, because I think it impacts us on a deeper level than what we even realize today. So you can go and ask people what they believe that's impacting our community the most, and you'll get different answers. Some would tell you it's racism or police brutality or systematic injustice or systematic racism or sexism, all of the above. All those are very good things to think about, and all those are very good things to want to tackle and very good topics to handle and talk about. But today I want to talk about that is Black Americans, personal money management skills as well as discipline. We will hear all the time about the lack of financial distributions or the lack of financial equality in America. But if you look at it, if you really dig deep down into it, a lot of it comes down to personal money management and the discipline to have personal money management. So if you ask me what plagues Black America the most, what impacts us, it's the lack of discipline, sincereness when it comes to their wealth, holding on to their wealth, circulating the black dollar in black neighborhoods. So we often hear that, we're going to rebuild Black Wall Street. You know, we're going to help each other out. We're going to grow black businesses, want to shop and support black and all of that. But how are you going to build Black Wall Street when you don't know the cost of materials? How are you going to build Black Wall Street when your credit is so bad that you cannot get a loan to open a business? Or your lack of financial education and financial discipline is so minute that you wouldn't even know the first step in doing those things. And that's the problem we have today. And you can blame it on a number of things. You can blame it on, the wealth gap and on systematic oppression, like I was saying earlier. But when it all comes down to personal responsibility, you see, I believe that because Black people have come from places from the dirt, and a lot of us come from places of not having, by the time we get those good jobs and by the time we get to the mountaintop, if you will, we feel like we don't want to be told that we have to save. We don't want to be told that we have to do those necessary sacrifices. After you sacrifice college, after you sacrifice working those long, hard hours to get promotions at your job, that's the last thing you want to hear is, I have to have more discipline. I have to sacrifice and save and practice those disciplines for me to order to elevate. Where the problem and what I see in my community is, number one, let's talk about America. America doesn't teach their students about personal money management. They don't teach their students about, wealth or credit. This is something that you do see in Ivy League students and Ivy League schools, but this is something that you do not see on the public school level. And some believe that it is supposed to be taught by the parents and not the school system. I partially agree with that, but it would be so much better if those things were taught in school, but they're not. So we can't cry over spilled milk. So that means that the responsibility is back on the parent to teach their daughter or son how to have that discipline, how to start saving at a young age, what credit is, what it can do, what it means for you to have good credit and saving more money, because that's what credit does, right? Gets you lines of money, lines of credit, and lower interest rates. That way you can save more money for investments or buying a home, buying a car, and you won't have to struggle as much. But the parents in general aren't doing this. Not all. I know some parents are doing it, but in general, they're not doing that. What happens is we go to college, we go to school, and we think we made it. We're making that good money. We're able to buy what we want. We were able to buy the clothes. We're able to buy the cars that we want. And that should be all that matters. Generation X did not teach their children about money in this sense. Not all, but most did not. My parents did not. My parents were about working. All they needed to teach you, or all you need to know, is how to work and how to pay your bills and continue to go forward, because their parents didn't have the same opportunities they had, and we had more opportunities than they had. And us just going to college, or us getting that good job that they weren't able to get, was a win. But it's more than that. Our counterparts know this. Our counterparts are teaching their kids to stay at home while they go to college. room and board is just one more bill. Work, pay your student loans off if you have student loans, and hopefully you don't, or we can pay out of pocket. And then when you graduate, that's just more money for you to save in your 401k. That's more money for you to save for a home. It's more for you to save for vacations and not have to have $50,000 to $100,000 of student debt on top of it. See, these are the things that's not being taught, making it so the average net worth of a black family is around $24,000 next to a average white family that's worth $189,000. Same people. We're not any different. We're smart. We're intelligent. There's no way we can graduate from college if you're not intelligent, not unless you have tons of money, but most of us don't. And what happens? You end up creating that echo chamber of families that just feel like, well, I made it and I can just spend and spend. And as long as you got food on the table, as long as you have the things that you want, most of the things that you need, you're okay. But this is this is a horrible way to go about living. We don't have to be like that. And you would often hear people say that, well, if I'm only making $24,000, what can I do? You can live in your means. You can, instead of buying that $25,000 car, you can buy you a $7,000 to $10,000 car. Drive that car till the wheels fall off. Save that money, not go out to eat at Chick-fil-A. I know how good Chick-fil-A is. Eat at home, cook at home. Stop feeling like you are owed all of this extra junk because you are working hard. Because all it does is put you in a bigger hole. I'm gonna share a video with you. We're gonna watch a video real quick. All right, I'm gonna have you guys look at this video from the Graham Stephan Show. If you haven't stopped by Graham Stephan Show and you like money, or videos on money and money management and ways to invest, go ahead and stop by Graham Stephan. You won't be disappointed.
How does this video only have 4,700 views, and how does he only have 886 subscribers? This doesn't make any. This is a good video. Let's see.
For work, I am a video director. About 80% of the work that I do is music video related, whether I'm directing music videos or shooting music videos or producing music videos. I also do a lot of documentary work, and some of the documentary work that I've shot has won stuff like Emmys. So it's pretty cool to say, you know, the content I've shot has been viewed online.
Hopefully I like his finances as much as I do this though.
My budget comes out to roughly about $7,000 a month. Looking at what is the highest thing in my budget would be debt repayments.
All right, so let's just take a look at this before he gets too involved in it. $2,400 debt repayments. He's gonna tell us what that's about. But I'll tell you, what that was is a mistake. $1,320 rent, $750 Instagram ads. That's got to be for his business. $100 eating out. Too much money. Car payment, $540 a month. Too much money. Honestly, he's spending too much between eating out and the car payment. $300 a month in car insurance.
Listen to this.
Wow, so just there, his car payment alone, really, we'll call it for what it is. $840 a month. That's $10,000 a year. He'd be better off just getting like a used Honda, Toyota Corolla. Just get a used car like that, $7 grand, own it outright, drive it until it doesn't run anymore. $250 hair. $240 a month in gas, guys. So his car payment is now exceeded $1,000 a month. His car payment is now $1,080 a month. I bet he's driving a fancy car. I bet he's young, he wants a fast V8 car. It's costing him too much. $250 subscriptions, also too much money. $250 groceries. Yep. $850 a month on food, combined with $1,100 a month for his car payment, $270 a month for a phone bill. Overall, I give this probably like a 4 out of 10. The thing is, like, he's making enough money to pay for this, but overall, to spend so much money, then he failed in my book.
My car wasn't even that much money. I just got.
Oh. Chevy Impala. I'm thinking he's here with like a BMW 5 Series or like an M3. For that he may as well have just gotten a Toyota Corolla.
My credit's terrible. I think if I had good credit, my car payment would probably be around $300 a month, but they gave me like 29% APR.
That's what I told you about credit, people. There's no way this guy is supposed to be making over $100,000, or I think $125,000, and your credit is ruined.
When I was growing up, my parents were extremely cheap. So I always told myself, I'm gonna just work hard so I don't have to worry about how much stuff costs.
Exactly what I just said. We develop these habits that should be broken early on and taught that, no, even though you have this good job, you do not need to have these bad behaviors. You still need to develop these good behaviors to help carry you into the future. Think about all the money that he would have saved up. Think about all the extra, the business ventures he could do, the businesses that he could start because his credit would be good, or, you know, he would have the extra money, the extra capital to spend. But no, he has fell into this society trap, this debt trap that a lot of us fall into, but didn't have to because he has a good career. So we got to be able to develop those skills, develop those better habits in order to reach the next level. If we want to reach it, we're going to have to do it. There's no way around it unless we just win the lottery, which that ain't happening. I'm going to let that be it. I appreciate you coming by the channel today with me. I appreciate your support. If you like this content, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me to continue making this wonderful content, because you know this isn't my full-time job. So every time I'm in here, I'm putting in overtime for your entertainment and well-being. Until next time, people. Peace.